Good morning, traders. Today is April 18th, and my summary for the day is $1,035 on just two accounts. I didn't trade on most of my accounts because in the morning I missed most of the shorting that happened. I was trying to short, but I didn't get filled and it just kept dropping, and I didn't want to chase it and potentially lose on that trade. Definitely happens when these days definitely happen where I don't trade on all of my accounts, but it's pretty rare. This is one of them. But luckily, I was able to make a little bit on some of my other accounts. We could start going into the charts and seeing how it looks like. But first, if you like this kind of information, feel free to like and subscribe. It would definitely help me and the algorithm on getting this to more people, but only if you like this type of content. Let's begin. So today is 6:30 here, and this is where I was trying to short. I usually start trading around 7 o'clock, but this kind of started happening right before 7. It was like 6:50 something, and a lot of sellers. And I try to do a short here. I didn't get filled, and this thing just kept dropping. And I think I wanted to like chase it a little bit here, but then I was thinking if the market just decides to turn around 7 o'clock, it's just gonna stop me out for a pretty big stop because this is about 41.88, and my stop would have been at these all-time highs at 41.50, 41.95. So I didn't chase it. I did consider reshorting here when we saw the break of this candle. It was green, but there's like a number of sellers. There's a 1,200 sellers here try to break out, couldn't, and then there's a negative 322. I made these numbers a little bigger so it's more visible, but it is kind of overlapping right now. So I wanted to short as it's breaking down here. Didn't get filled again, and sold off into the previous day's closing range. So if you look at the last 45 minutes of yesterday, we had the high of it was at this price, which is the teal line, and then the low was this price. And what do you know? That's where it dropped. NQ actually did the same thing. It played out even better. So we had a sell off hits the low of the closing range from yesterday, which is this price right here where open, and that was the bottom for the day, almost the bottom for the day, and then it like was just chopped around from the low of the previous opening range and the high of previous opening range, and it just kind of just went sideways for most of the day, and then we had this kind of manipulation sell off and then just reversing back to the top and to the close right now. Going back to ES, we saw basically a small. So there's a lot of sellers here. I did consider doing a short here, but like I said, I didn't want to chase it. I already missed most of this load. I don't like chasing these shorts because you could have something like this where breaks out, manipulates, and goes up, and you'd be stopped out for a pretty big loss. So that kind of sat on my hands for most of this day. I was doing other things too, so wasn't a complete waste of day, but trading wise, it wasn't as productive. Uh, but so yeah, eventually went started going up, sold off, and then just kind of closing right now, 1 p.m. So the profits that I made here, let me turn on the order fills. So I did a short here with about 10 contracts, which is a lot. But the reason why it's on one of my accounts that's not funded yet, and I'm okay with risking some of these accounts because Apex Trader Funding is having a 90% off deal right now, where accounts like the accounts that I trade, they're as low as $16 per account. So for me, this is if I got stopped, like if this account got blown on this trade, I would have basically lost $16. So that's kind of a. I wish I had this promotion when I was making all of the other accounts paid, but I did them slow and steady. So here's the other trade. I took a 3 contract for about the $300+ profit at 41.76. Got out for 41.74. Just a small scalp here. I saw some sellers coming in aggressively here when it happened. and I just locked in those profits. But that basically sums up the day for a decent amount of profit for the two accounts that I did trade, but could have been a little bit better if I traded my other accounts. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope this kinds of videos is helpful, and I plan to create much more of them. I will be creating a lot more educational videos on how I exactly do some of my setups and do some of the trading and like exactly everything that I'm looking at, and as well as live trading. So thank you so much for watching and have a good day.